Greetings, dear Capricorn. Welcome to Tifa's Tarot, and I hope you're doing well wherever you are in the world. And today we're going to go ahead and take a peek at your 2025 general Taurus season reading. Now, in this reading, we are going to be exploring the themes of this Taurian season, okay? So it'll be Taurian themed, so to speak. And Taurus season began on April 20th and lasted about a month until May 20th. So I'm recording this video on May 9th. So at this time, what you could find if you are resonating with these messages, that they are very presently in motion at this particular time. Okay. So it's a little more current and a little less of that foreseeing in the future, so to speak. And so we're just going to be looking at that, just keeping in mind that Taurus season collectively for us, keeping in mind that it is ruled by Venus. So these kinds of themes could be very dominant around this part. So Venus rules our aesthetics and our esteem and how we feel about ourselves inside and out. Also controls our tangible world, our resources, finances, even career. And in addition to that, it also talks about our interpersonal relationships, right? Our relationships with our coworkers, with our friends, our family, and even with our romantic partnerships are part of that as well. Let's go ahead and get into your reading. We are using the Cat Tarot to pull your messages. It's a beautiful, super cute deck that I was gifted by a dear friend of mine. So we're using those today. And let's just go ahead and set the intention that this is for the sign of Capricorn. So if you have Capricorn and it is in your sun, your moon, or your rising, then it is my sincerest intention that this reading may resonate with you in some capacity and that you're able to receive these messages and apply them to your own life, always and only for your highest good. Now, let's first look at where you are in this season, okay? How do you find yourself? What's your general energy? How are you checking in mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally? Show me Capricorn's energy for Taurus season. Show me Capricorn's energy for Taurus season. Okay, you've got the star here. So let's clarify that. But that star energy is very hopeful energy. It's like a renewal, so to speak, or really feeling optimistic. I don't want to say it's less of optimistic and more just very hopeful. Okay. Dreamy in nature. But let's see in regards to what. So you've got the Page of Wands here. So maybe something, maybe a new hobby, something that you're undertaking. Let's see. Let's clarify one more. The Queen of Pentacles. So perhaps something around your house. So this is going to be like a very specific message, but what I'm kind of getting, it's like you could be in the works of, I don't know, of maybe like when we talk about the star, it could indicate that you're in the spotlight of some sort, okay? There could be something really fun that you're engaging in at this particular time with that Page of Wands. And then with this Pentacles, I feel like there's something about your home space also that's significant during this season. So it's almost that star could also indicate like wishful thinking as well. So you could be playing around with something in your home, perhaps, right? There's something very domestic about your energy around this time. But also fun, okay? Because I feel like you're in a bit of a lighthearted energy. I feel like the star is not really quite worried about things. The star has a lot of great insight, a lot of hope, and just like a lot of like clarity about like how they want things to be, okay? So that's your general energy around this time. I kind of like this for you. It looks good, it looks creative. It looks like you are feeling in your power, particularly in your home space, I would say. All right. Let's see. What are some areas that you may see delays in, Capricorn? What are some areas Capricorn may receive delays? Okay, you've got the Sun. Okay, you've got the Six of Pentacles. Somebody might need to run you their money. And then you've got the Six of Cups. And then we've got the King of Cups. Oh, wow. There could be connections to children here. Maybe you really spending a lot on kids if you have children or children in your space. There could be that, to me, there's an indication of you like, it's almost like you could feel like about this child is the apple of your eye. And I say child because that Six of Cups did come out. It wasn't the strongest or the first card that came out, but it's part of the story. Now that Six of Cups talks about nostalgia. When I look at it, it looks like it's very much like a child relationship, right? Child parent, child mentor. King of Cups is indicating that like you are the mature, responsible, emotionally open, wise counsel to perhaps a young person in your life. And then with the Six of Pentacles, this is like you, or I would say you wanting to give in some way. Maybe it's resource, maybe it's your time. But there's something here that you would like to give to them. Okay. Whatever the situation is, like you do feel very optimistic. You feel very happy about it because the sun energy is all about like just having like just joyous encounters, right? Now, the thing is, this came in your setback or where you see delays, I should say. So seeing delays, you might see that there's something kind of odd that shifts around like how much you're able to give, right? Or to receive. And I'm thinking it's more of you giving. It's kind of where I'm kind of seeing this. And I don't know, like whatever the delays are, it's going to be very specific to who it is, but it's like the delays are very temporary. It's just like a little hiccup. I do see, if it is financial, I do see that you're doing quite well financially, right? With that Sun card, also indicates material success, positive outcomes in regards to whatever is happening in your life at this time. But I just keep going back to the theme that this has something to do with your relationship with a young person or maybe perhaps a child of yours. If it's not an actual child of yours, it could just be with a young person that you're close to. And there's just this indication of this give or take, right? And how much you're able to give. And maybe it's something like, hey, dad, mom, auntie, whatever, I need to get on, I'm at a deadline for this scholarship that I got. However, I can receive it, but I still need money to get there. And I'm going to need like a large sum up front or something, right? And it's just like, oh, whoa, hold on. I didn't foresee that, right? And so it just shows up as a delay of some sort, right? So something that you need to just gather yourself for, right? So this is very specific. I'm just like not feeling like this is going to resonate with people, but I'm going to release it anyway. All right. So what needs grounding? So for our Capricorns, what needs grounding? What in your life right now is just in the air and needs some taming? Okay, you've got the Two of Wands. You've got the Ace of Cups. And the Queen of Swords. The Queen, King, another Queen. I think that there's something here about the strongest card coming out with it was this Two of Wands, which is really about you like having a lot of ideas or making some plans for things that you want to do. Like let's say you could be strategizing for what you really want to do for the next 6 months, so to speak, because we're almost to the halfway point of the year, right? So you could be strategizing on things like that. You're looking at what you really want to do. There could be like quite a lot of things where your heart is telling you to either like invest something into, right? Because that Ace of Cups is like a new proposal, maybe even a relationship even. And it's like there are plans perhaps in regards to what you're going to do is contingent perhaps on a relationship or on a new love, okay? But at the same time, you're not getting carried away with this on an emotional level, because Queen of Swords is just having a very balanced head and heart, and just weighing out the pros and the cons, like really trying to be strategic. I think that was honestly like the first word I even used, was just you really strategically planning on what maybe some time in the future is going to look like. And I do believe it's contingent on, I think, but it could be a new relationship, or is it possible there, like for some people, they could be, you could be having a baby? Because that, remember, we had that child energy also. So this is just like, oh my God, I'm so happy a baby's coming, but maybe it's so expensive, right? But you're mature, you can do this, right? So I'm getting that energy also, that this could be the start of something new, an inception of a relationship, an inception of a conception, not a conception, but an actual inception of a baby, like coming into this world. So there's something here, and you're like planning about it and trying to like just be logical, reasonable, but also like use a bit of your heart as well, like what. So you're emotionally and mentally invested in this, okay? And it says that it needs grounding. So it's like you could have like really great ideas, but maybe there aren't like necessary practical plans. And Taurus season is actually a really great time. Like maybe perhaps you could utilize the full moon on the, I think it's going to be on May 12th, right? Full moons are just, it's not necessarily a time for planning, but it's really a time for, I would say, like action, like seeing the culmination of things pull through. So that could be something that you could really try to, as we get closer to that full moon phase, that you really get a bit more active and grounding some of these plans or these ideas that you have in regards to whatever this new heart attached emotional thing is that I'm seeing here. Okay. Now let's look at let's get some financial advice. As we know, Taurus is ruled by Venus, and Venus does rule over your affairs, your money affairs, right? Your job, your career, in that sense. So let's see what's going on in that arena for Taurus season for our Capricorns. Show me financial finances for Capricorn. So I've got 4 swords. Okay. You're laying low. Definitely laying very low. 8 of Swords, you're not moving. Like, it's something about your money is like there's blockages in maybe business. If you're like a business owner, like stuff is just coming a little bit slow. We could just feel like it's blocked. You've got Justice here. So this talks about like karmic effects. Okay. This is like cause and consequences. And this could be, this justice could be like, if you've had a lot of good success on what you've been doing before, maybe it's waning a little bit. Maybe it's time for you to reconsider another method of doing something to get the same results. But justice definitely is like urging you to really kind of understand that what you kind of like what you put in, you get out of something. Okay. So maybe you have been lucky before in some endeavor, and then now that same luck is not going through. And 4 of Swords is just like you're not really doing much about it. Like you're just maybe a bit comfortable. You're just meditating. You're not being very active on a financial level at this time. And like it does really feel very blocked, but there's almost like these are self-imposed restrictions that you've put on your finances at this time. And maybe you're looking for that justice, because maybe you're just like, if I just sit here and I don't do like too much, because you know how it is, every time you leave the house, it's $100, like just like that, whew. So maybe you're just like looking for that retribution of like, well, if I just rest here and I don't do much and I hold myself back in some way, I'll see a reward from that. Okay. So could be that as well. Now, finally, let's go ahead and look at your love life. So if you are a Capricorn who is in a connection with a special someone, let's go ahead and take a look at that energy. Whoa, whoa, whoa. 10 of Cups. That's beautiful. Let's clarify that. That really wanted to come out too, rather violently. That was a yes, 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 yes. I love you to the moon and back. Mm. And we got the 10 of Pentacles. Oh, I love these completions. And then we've got, this is 5 of Cups. Okay, interesting. Your love life, this is a weird energy. Your love life is so full in an emotional way, because you do have this 10 of Cups right here. And then you've got the 10 of Pentacles, like you feel very like secure financially, like it's almost like you're building a legacy. I can see this as maybe someone you're choosing to build stability or choosing to build your life with, okay? And then with this 5 of Cups, this 5 of Cups to me, because this is like more of like grief, sadness, a little bit of depression. But the way that I kind of see it in the love life, like the first thing that's coming to mind is just this general theme that I've seen here is that you're very like satisfied with life. Now there is something about a child here, okay? And I don't know. This might be going out to a Capricorn who is about to become a parent right now. And what I'm getting for the love life, like if you're, for example, in a couple and now you guys are bringing a beautiful baby into the world, maybe it's the first time either of you have ever had a child, maybe not, or maybe this is just could be child number 3, 4, right? But it's just something about this particular period has transformed the relationship, and so you could be feeling like a little bit grieved, perhaps in some way, about all of the changes that are incoming, right? With good changes and the bad, but just kind of focusing in on like, dang, this is really sad. Like it's almost like a graduation, right? Like you go to a graduation and it's so sad because it's like, oh, this chapter of this high school, college, whatever, has come to a close and it's bittersweet and it's like, the memories, right? Or something. But ultimately, in that moment of like longing for nostalgia you haven't even experienced yet, you also are excited, right, for what's to come. So that's kind of what I mean by that. I'm not sure if this resonated with anyone. However, if it did, please do comment, like, and subscribe for additional content. My name is Tifa. I do tarot, and I do offer personal readings. So if you're interested in booking me for service, do feel free to take a look at that. You can find more information in the description of this video or in the About section of the channel. I love you, Capricorn. Have a great rest of your Taurus season. Bye.